Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TVGB ViveStream. My name is Jake Saper. I'm one of the editors over at thatvideogameblog.com. I'm here to show you the best and worst that Vive has to offer. Reporting tonight from Outset Island, as you can see. It's not really night, but bear with me. So we're introducing something a little different today. I had just previously recorded a good video of a really great, awesome game I wanted to show you guys, and it was just cursed. It just broke at every possible turn. So I decided that if I couldn't get that one working, I should try something relatively basic. So what you're looking at here, as some of you may already know, is SteamVR Home. This is an application that's bundled with SteamVR. The idea is people make environments like this one. You can even include music. And then you can set one to be your, quote, home, so that when you're between games, instead of just seeing, the void and the basic background, you actually see this. Well, not when games are loading, but between games. It doesn't work great in my experience for that purpose because it takes so long to load itself. And if you try to load another game at the same time, it'll conflict, and it'll take longer. And usually when I'm starting up the Vive, I just want to get right to the game I'm playing and not waste time loading home. But on its own, it's pretty fun. There are some interactive rooms people have made, some interactive places to go. But this is the one that I last set it as my home base, so let's check it out. How do we teleport again? Ah, there we go. Can I not get there from here? Ah, I see. There's a ladder, of course. I don't think there are any other navigation options other than teleporting. I could be wrong. Oh, look, it shows how everything's pointing. That seems unnecessary, but alright. Now this is helpful, and I'll tell you why. Because sometimes you'll start up an environment and you'll be really close to some big character, and it's kind of freaky. I hope that's good. I feel like I didn't actually move it at all. Anyway, here we are. Wrong button. I feel like a walking mode would be appreciated here. That sign says nothing readable. I mean, you can get the idea. The whole thing's here. Somebody went to great lengths to make not just this, but lots of Zelda locations really, really accurately. But of course, with this one, as with most of them, all there really is to do is look around. And you guys know what Outset Island looks like, I'm assuming. It doesn't look like they did the insides of the ships at all, but I'm not particularly surprised by that. So yeah, basic stuff. There's a rupee. I wonder if we can pick... No, we can't pick it up. We can't even go over there. That's not very helpful. I have to see if there was actually a blue rupee there in the actual game. So we can get on the deck of the pirate ship, so maybe let's do that. Sorry, Beetle. We're not here for you today. Here we are. Pirate ship. Yeah, you get the idea. Let's try something a little different, shall we? I have a lot of things on here. Environments. I find a good one to show you guys. This one's very basic, but it's still really cool as well. This is from before SteamVR Home, when there was a predecessor app that was similar but not as advanced. It's the Batcave. As you can see, it's the Batcave. On the big bat symbol, we're in a cave. We got a bunch of screens and some Batman outfits and some gadgets. None of it's interactive from what I remember. Yeah, but it's still pretty awesome. It's just like a loading screen, which is what it's, more or less meant to be. It worked much better for that regard when it was the old version, because SteamVR Home is more advanced, so it's more difficult. Let's find somewhere a little more open to talk, shall we? It's a little cramped down here. No, we're not going to Clocktown. We're never going to Clocktown. You know why we're not going to Clocktown? Because if you look right up in the Clocktown area, you see the moon in high definition staring directly down at you, and that's fucking scary. So we're not going to Clocktown. Downhill skiing. I'll find somewhere open so I can show you a couple of cool things. Let's see. Maybe something that isn't Zelda this time. Gulping Goat Space Farm. This is an original area that someone came up with. It's a space farm. Somewhat interactive. Not a game. There are games actually within SteamVR Home that people have made. This is not really one of them, but it seems cool, so I want to show it to you. And I can also show you the other stuff that we can do in here. I admit this video is a tad experimental, since well, it's not a game, so I don't really know how well it's going to work. As you can see, though, we're in the farmhouse. This being SteamVR Home, you have access to all your Steam stuff. You can play with other people. You can meet other people in the same place. Nuisance Well Dweller. Huh. Given how detailed this place is, I bet if we take a look at the well, we'll see something. There's a robot over there just chilling. This one's obviously very advanced, and my computer's having a little trouble running it. But it's still quite cool. No audio either, but hi, robot. So you get like steps you can go down here to get down. Got some of these weird crops. I don't know what they are or if they're interactive. They're not. But this seems like a good place for me to show you guys this other stuff. So, things. These are props, tools, things you can wear on your avatar, which only really makes sense in multiplayer. Why is it white now? Furniture, artwork you can display. A lot of people like to recreate their own homes with SteamVR Home. So, or just recreate a home, like a nice house, put things up. You get trophies from different games that you can actually display in your place. But the tools, I think, are the most interesting. You've got an airbrush here. So remember from the Vive preview event video, I showed you guys that 3D drawing program. This is pretty much a simplified version of that. Ooh. Yeah, I don't really know how to draw things in 3D, so I just do these weird loops going in and out of each other because, 3D. I assume there's a way to get rid of it. Oh, I see. It's a physical object. Well, that's weird. I'm just going to leave it over here. Next up, we have Cache Finder. Now, there are official areas that have made that do work like games. One of the earliest SteamVR Home locations was the Valve office. And basically, the Cache Finder is something that can be implemented into an area to basically put geocaches there. It would be a great thing to integrate into this stage because it's so big and because there are so many different places to go. However, the creator didn't seem to have done that, which is a shame. The colorizer. I'm not entirely sure what the colorizer does, honestly. I don't think I've ever used it before. I see we can change a color. I push the button and nothing happens. Oh, that lets you select, holding the grip buttons lets you select, I forgot. I have to do a little research and figure out what the hell I'm supposed to be doing with this thing. I think it's newly added, and I don't know how it works. You can use it as a jump rope, but not a very good one. And I don't think that that's what the colorizer is for. This may also be one that has to be done in specific places. This one's fun, though, the drone controller. Yeah, put that away. It's as you'd expect. It's a drone controller. You got a little drone there, you can send it anywhere. Sort of. Yeah, that's right. You move it, or you turn and choose directions and stuff just by moving the controller. Press the trigger to make them go. It's a lot more responsive than any real drone that I've used. Yeah, that tends to happen when I use real drones too. Yeah, it's gone. Let's try that again, shall we? Oh yeah, if you press in the touchpad, it shoots things, so that's neat. The problem with this control mode is that I basically have to put the controller behind my back in order to move it back in this direction. But you know, oh wow, there's actually some destructible stuff here. Yeah, lots of kudos to the person who put this area together. This is pretty cool. I wonder if I can shoot that watermelon. Let's get a little closer. And a little closer. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're shooting that watermelon. Oh well. What's left? Oh yeah, the pop zapper. Wait, there's also a multi-tool. What's that about? Oh, I see. You can freeze, clone, delete. This is for making your own areas, basically. Not really what I need. And finally, the pop zapper. It's a gun. I imagine it interacts with things the same way that the drone gun does. Moving on. Let's explore, shall we? Let's see if we can find that well, maybe. See chickens of some description. Oh, good flies. These are some odd chickens, but they're cool. They're purple. There's an outhouse. Not going to go over there. I don't think I need that in my life right now. What is up here? Sunflowers? No, those aren't sunflowers, but flowers of some sort. We got a sundial, which is not interactive because it's a sundial. And then we got this place here, which is all mysterious. And you definitely know that I'm going to check out something mysterious. I am going to step back a tad. Let's try this out. Oh, I see. This is a terrarium. It's not something secret. It's still cool, though. We got some fish in there with a rubber duck. A butterfly. Some raspberries, question mark? This weird shovel, which we can actually take. I don't know what we'll do with it, but we'll figure that part out later. Wonder if that nozzle does anything. No, it's not. Oh, what do we have here? Something locked. I'm using the wrong button. Or the wrong thing. Oh, I can change the color of the shovel thing. That's nice. Come back, shovel thing! Okay. Clearly got to hold that in this hand if I'm going to be using this one to navigate. Probably need a key for that. I'm sure it's hidden here somewhere. This one is extremely elaborate. However, I also think it's chugging a little. Okay, it's chugging a lot. And God knows how the video recording is. So let's go somewhere a little simpler. Let's go to one I haven't actually been to before. We can discover it together. I'm sure that'll be just lovely. And not scary or unnerving in any way, shape, or form. Let's see, where's one of the new ones I just downloaded? I just downloaded a few of them, and obviously do not remember what they're called. Because that would be too easy. Too competent. Ah, here we go. Now this one is also quite ambitious. Oh, not this one. Sorry, that one's good too, but there's a better version, which I downloaded. I don't like the places that are really cramped. I am claustrophobic, so a lot of these I don't use much. Did it actually download any of those? Ah, here we go. This one apparently has almost every level of Mario 64. No moving platforms or other game mechanics, so it's not possible to reach every point, and it can also happen that you get stuck in a level. Alright, I want to see if this is as cool as they say. Let's check it out. Of course, I realize this one might also chug, but the textures are certainly a lot more basic here. So far looks good. I don't think there's a way to get to the roof, so I don't know if Yoshi's here. Or maybe there is. They do there is a rocket or a cannon that brings you up to Yoshi, which doesn't sound like the kind of thing that they've implemented here. It's weird seeing such a big, low-res fence. The trees are a little messed up. The castle looks great, though. There's that cannon spot. Let's go inside. I've seen, in the early days of this program, I've seen the castle exterior and the castle interior. I've never seen them as one, and I've certainly never seen any of the levels being implemented into that. So this is really cool. Got the music and everything. I don't know why it's such a long hallway. I guess that represents the loading screen in the original? I don't know. Doesn't look like we can go to that world. At least not by doing what Mario does in the game. What a shame. All the doors are open though, so let's go somewhere else. I want to find, no ghost chasing you, sadly. What am I doing? How did I even get here? I'm a little lost. Oh, from here perhaps? Yeah, I can stand on a slant, it's no big deal. No, definitely not from here. How the fudge did I get here from the entrance? By going in one door. I don't know, I don't get it, it's a little unnerving. But I'd like to go to a more familiar stage, which is to say an earlier stage before something like that one over there. Which is going to require... Oh yeah, this one is also not an early stage. I don't know how to get back to the castle once I'm in a stage, though. It said at the end of each stage there's a way to get back to the castle, so I guess I have to get to the end of this one? Don't think it had an end. I appreciate all the music is here. These are very accurate recreations. In fact, to some degree, I'm guessing they're not even recreations. They're using the original resources. Assets, that's the word I was looking for. Non-interactive, of course, as they said. But still pretty cool. Just for the amount of detail, not the amount of detail, it's an N64 game, just for the amount of stuff they've crammed in here. And wow, coins are bigger than you think in Mario 64. I don't expect them to just be half the size of Mario, but they are apparently, if this is to be believed. Yeah, this is a lot easier when I can teleport than it is when I'm playing on the N64, you know? Coins over there, but where's the end that the designer mentioned? That's what it said, right? At the end of the course, there's an option to go back to the castle. But the whole point is that there isn't really an end. I mean, some have destinations, central destinations, like Vauban Battlefield has the tower, obviously, but or the mountain rather, not the tower. But yeah, I don't know about this one. Color in the Sky, whatever they called it. Can I get up there? I don't think I can. So how the hell do I get back to the castle? I can't step in the quicksand. Alright, you know what? Screw it. Let's just reload the thing. That should do the trick. Undefined Vauban Battlefield, the most remembered level in the game by virtue of being the first level in the game. I don't remember which one's which door is which. Clearly. It has been a bit of a while, to be fair. Random anime girl. Why is that there? Guess it's like the person's trademark so no one steals their work. If I had to guess. Which one of you is Vauban Battlefield? Of course it's not you. It's not you either. It's you. Ah, this room holds some fond memories. Reading those signs that told me things I already knew except for when I didn't know them. Alright, let's go inside. This one I do know what the quote-unquote end is, so I'm gonna see if I love this music. Classic. Doodly-doo-ba-doop-boop. Doodly-doo-ba-doop-boop. Doodly-doo-ba-doop-boop-ba-doop-boop-ba-doop. So everything's here. The random moving platform. It always seemed out of place in this stage to me. Question box, the signs. Doodly-doo, doodly-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. Doodly-doo-doo-doo-doo. Cannon over there. Cool, cool. Doodly-doo-doo-doo. Oh, even the bomb cannons are up there. That's neat. I wonder if the shortcut works here. They didn't model the chain chomp, sadly. Alright. Since we don't have to play by the rules, let's see. Let's go back up to the top of the mountain and see how it looks. Can't remember where the shortcut was. It wasn't here, obviously, so let's keep going. I'll know it when I see it, obviously. I've played this level enough. As have most of you, I would wager. It's a very popular game. Yeah, no shortcut looks like. Not that we really need one. There are no enemies or obstacles here. Oh, here it is. I wonder if it works. It does not. Well, I'm not super surprised by that. But good to see that they at least remembered to include it. Some random coinage, bridge. And that's getting repetitive, but you know how that goes. I did say they're mostly non-interactive. Oh, and there's actually the guy himself. What do you know, King Boo? Nice to see you, King Boo. Not that nice, if I'm being honest. Ooh, let's go to the secret island, the floating island, whatever it's called. Can I get there from here? Can I get there from here? Can I get there at all? It had the pattern on it that means that it's walkable when I was up on top. So I know that if I could get on it, I would actually stay on it. But as for how to get on it, well, I don't think my buddy the cannon here is going to work. Oh well. Let's check out a couple more, shall we? Doodle-doo, boo, boo, boo. Doodle-doo, doo-doo, doodle-doo, doo-doo. There's another new one that I haven't seen yet, which should be interesting. Just have to find it. SCP Code Black Hangout. Yeah, I'm going to skip that one. This one's fun. I'm going to save that one for the end, though. I want to check out one more place while we're here. Star Trek, the original series soundstage. So rather than trying to recreate the bridge of the Enterprise or what have you, this person decided to recreate the studio. Work in progress, they usually are. Not great ratings, but we'll judge on our own. All right, sound stages. I'm not a Star Trek guy. I feel like this would be more interesting to me if I was, and I was a fan of television history in general. But it's cool to see how they got it all set up, assuming it's actually accurate. Which I'm assuming it is, because if it wasn't, what would be the point? You got little conference rooms in here, or sets that were in little conference rooms, which is fun. I assume this is another room on the ship. And of course, you got the main room. Now, there's actually if you want to get the full Star Trek Bridge experience, there is actually a game that's for that. I think it's called Star Trek Bridge Commander or something. And it's this, but an actual full-on game, and not a soundstage, obviously. All right. To finish off our whirlwind tour here, I want to show you that one I mentioned earlier. The interactive objects, whatever the fudge it was called. I'll know when I see it. Trust me. Assuming that it's actually here. And I haven't gone right past it, which I seem to have done. So let's scroll back up. Way up. I think it was called interactable object something, so in the eyes. Nope. The eyes don't have it. If you're looking through this list and thinking, man, I want to see what they did with that one, leave a comment, and I may pin it on to the end of another video, or possibly the beginning, to do my spiel that I do at the beginning of every episode. I can definitely show you guys more of this if that's what you want to see, is basically what I'm getting at. Of course, I found, oh, here we go, scripted item test range. This is basically what it sounds like. There are some items that do things, and this is a testing room for them. The idea being, I guess, that people can then implement these items into their own various rolling pineapple bomb. Sorry, I got distracted. Into their own various areas. I could be wrong. I honestly don't know. I don't know how that would exactly work, but we're going to try it out anyway. Ski poles. These are pretty fun. So we pick them up with the triggers. Get on the ground. And then we can ski. I don't know why we're turning like that. Here we go. Doesn't turn when I want it to turn, of course. Come on. These are obviously works in progress. Pretty basically implemented, but still fun to mess around with. I've actually spent quite a bit of time messing around in this room. I seem to have lost my camera controls, which is a shame. So I have to actually, rather my rotate controls, which is a shame because now I have to actually rotate. And the controls attached to this thing don't seem to work, so I'm just going to try to ski back over to the main area there so we can try something else. Yeah, now we're going. All right, what's next? Improvised mare's leg rifle. Mare's leg rifle. I don't know that one. Pick up the trigger button, use the trigger button to fire. Flick the controller to cycle the gun. Alright, that's cool. Gotta do that. And then you gotta snap it back in to shoot. It's cool. It's definitely more intuitive than the, no, not now, than the hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades version. These look like just regular old cyber pistols. Yep, they shoot lasers all right. That blow up balloons. Not in the good way, though, in the bad way. Had to specify that. Fun, but basic. What else we got? We got some flashlights. We got a color light. We got some bombs. We don't really have any way to light off the bombs or the fireworks, do we? Oh, I see they do it automatically. Oh, and off it goes. I didn't even see it. Let's try this again with the other one if I can, which I can't. Why can't I pick anything up anymore? That's kind of the whole point of this place. Is picking up and using things. Let's try that again. Maybe it'll work now. I'm a little tangled up in wires right now. I didn't step far enough away from the computer to start playing this. Yeah, for some reason now I can't pick things up, at least from over there. What about over here? We got some swords and such. Now I can't pick those up either. Not with this hand anyway, my left hand. And that's a bit obnoxious because I'm left-handed. Also, what the fuck? That was weird. Now we got it right. Let's try to cut this barrel. Yeah, that didn't work. Let's try to cut this curtain. That seems a little more manageable. Nope, it doesn't work. Oh well. Still a cool sword. Can I hit the targets with it at least? If I warp into them, I can. Yeah, there we go. Not the best way to go if you want to try VR swordplay, but it works, kind of. Let's see how these paper airplanes work. Probably better than any real ones I've ever had. Of course, I don't really know how to throw with my right hand, so I'm gonna have to swap the controllers. I got the right angle with it. Woo! A little surprisingly sideways for a fake paper airplane. Also, it doesn't seem to matter how you hold it. Oh, wait, yes it does. You do have to throw it. Now we know. Bows, you've seen VR bows. What do we have here? A jetpack. The trigger controls vertical thrust. The touchpad controls horizontal thrust. Make sure to have the motion controllers in the correct hands for the jetpack to be aligned behind you. I wish I could do that well, like properly. Alright, apparently I've got a jetpack on. Oh, yep, jetpack. Oh god, too high. Okay, let's go and check out this stuff over here then. Damn. Alright. Turning, the directions are a little weird. Like why am I still going up? Why are my controllers freaking out? Why am I still going up? And then you can just drop the jetpack like that. Last time I used the jetpack, it worked better. Maybe that was my fault. And when it works, it is pretty. What the fuck? A barnacle gun. Wonderful. Fire all laws. Yes, laws are fired. Chaos is all that's allowed here. Let's try the jetpack one more time, shall we? I see how it works. Up, up. It's a little bit harder to manage the direction you're going when you're doing it, but it is doable. It's just hard with the touchpad because you don't know exactly where you're pointing. I'm trying to navigate back to the main area over there. And it doesn't seem to want to go that direction. Okay, now it is. Can we go this way a little? Yes, cool. You gotta press the touchpad for the direction part to work. You can also obviously aim yourself by turning. But I'm trying to test out the actual features of the thing, and turning is not one of them. It's not exclusive to this thing. All right, so I've used the barnacle gun before, but I can't remember exactly what it does. Let's see. I think it lets you like repel, climb, and stuff. I don't know. Let's find out. Yep, that's what it does. Throw things around. I like that. Can't lift them, it seems. Just pull them. Or if they're things that don't move, pull yourself to them. Doesn't seem to matter which way you pull. Go back and forth like this. No matter what, you'll get closer to your target slowly but surely. Ta-da! Try this. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, okay. We need 2 of these things to be Spider-Man. Which we could do, except that my left controller doesn't seem to work. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's look at a couple more, and then I think we can call this an episode. I hope it's been entertaining. I'm sorry that it's not an actual game, not a regular episode. I just wanted to make sure I could put something out for you guys. I'll get rid of that thing. What's the last thing we should try here? We have a gravity gun, which we all know how that works. Suction cups, which we all know how that works. Entity scanner. Disclosure information about solid entities. Oh, wrong hand, excuse me. You can scan stuff. Like you can scan the other entity scanner. And now we can see all the information about it. That's not going to be our last one. Don't worry, that would be stupid. My last one is going to be Pogo stick. Ooh, a nail gun. Hold on, I haven't used this one before either. First, the nail gun. Rope mode. Jointed pole, welded pole, remove joints. And now we've made ropes. Not really what I expected from a nail gun, but that's my fault, I suppose. I'm confused. All right, pogo sticks. Boing. Boing. You know, I'm going to switch hands for this. No, not you, menu. Ideally, when it's working right, it works like a pogo stick. So if you just go down with it, let's go to an more open area. Down, you'll go up. If you go down leaning forward, you'll go forward. Well, not exactly forward, but that was the idea. The more you jump, the higher you go, I think. If you put full force on it when you're coming down anyway. Takes a little time to figure out how to get this guy working. With that, as always, thanks so much for watching. You can find more content, of course, over at thatvideogameblog.com. And as I show off the gravity gun, now no, that's right, I switched controllers. I will then leave you to the sound of me taking off the headset and ending the recording. How does this work? Guess we're not quite done yet. Oh, I see. Those can't move, apparently. But this can. Boom! And yes, I'll leave you to the sounds of me taking off the headset and ending the recording.